guys, how are you? It's your girl Tiwana with my friend Amanda.
Hey lovelies.
And today we're going to be talking about finances and how important it is. And luckily we have Miss Chindiya to be helping us and assisting us in this. So yeah, let's start. How did you find the letter?
Okay, to be honest, I only read it once.
Today.
And after reading it, I found it really interesting. Like really, really interesting. Normally when I do reads, I read like twice or 3 times or 4 times. So I actually get the gist of what the person's saying. But I feel like with hers, I literally read it once and I completely agreed with basically everything. So I think it's actually such a relevant and timely letter, and it's so informational. It's very summarized, and you know, like it just has the right information in it. Not too much, not too little.
Not too little,
just
yeah.
enough, yeah.
What I also liked about it is, like you said, it doesn't have a lot of jargon. So you find that like so many wealth analysts and everything, they have so much jargon in their words. You become so scared and you're skeptical, or sometimes you just say yes without really understanding what it is. So I feel like this is really, really good. And I would really advise anyone, like especially like if you're starting university or you're in high school, to read this letter, because I think it would really help you to create a perspective for yourself.
True friend, true.
And also it's very personal to the woman. That's what I really liked about it, and it's very realistic. I've never really looked for a wealth analyst. Have you?
No, actually, I think I haven't. I think I've been my own financial and analyst.
Really?
I'm like, nah, I can handle this, type of vibe.
How have you been?
Oh, well, let's just say most of my expenses are covered. But I think I could actually do much better with reinvesting some of the money I have. So I feel like before I read this letter, I didn't actually understand the importance of not just covering expenses and just investing just one time and thinking that's it.
Okay.
So
I think you're gonna unravel.
Oh, my bad. I just loved it that much, guys. I loved it.
Yeah, but really, thank you, Mikey. This is really important, and I know I'd promised to give a feedback, and we just couldn't do it as soon as I wanted to because of assignments and
loads of assignments.
So we're just gonna get to it. So she gave us a few pointers, I think 11 of them. So we're just gonna go through them one by one and make it as quick as possible.
Yep.
So the first one is ensure that you have a core account. Yay!
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, I think I do. I've got that. Okay, so
and with me, like personally, like I find it's a thing actually. Like I wouldn't date a guy without a bank account.
Are you gonna ask him? Like, do you have a bank account?
Yeah.
When do you actually? Okay, very interesting. When do you actually ask a guy if he has a bank account?
I don't know. You just kind of tell.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. What is a core account? It sounds very basic and easy, but what is a core account?
Core account is your personal financial account with your name on it. FNB, NB, bank, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So I have that.
Yeah. And then second thing is know where your money goes. I.e. make and follow a strict calculated budget to reduce the risk of overspending.
Strict calculated budget.
Okay, I'm very terrible at that. Because regardless, even if I make a shopping list, I never actually
do it.
Yeah. So I
can relate.
I think this is really important. I'm gonna start doing that.
Okay, well, I think I actually make it. I think I make an actual strict budget. Like, I write everything down. And I actually make it. And I do all the calculations. But I think once I'm out there, I'm just like, you know what? There's more money in the account. Let's spend it. So, yeah. So, I always do that. So, I need to work on the second.
We need to work on that. And also, like, another thing, guys. I discovered an app on Apple App Store. But I think it's everywhere. And so what you do is you actually take a picture of your receipts and it calculates for you. So it's like your personal accountant. So it's
just a picture.
Yeah, just a picture of your receipts, and then by the end of the month it actually tells you how much you've spent. I think that could also help. But yeah.
I need an iPhone, guys. I need it.
I think it's on Android. I think it's on Android as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Then the third one is don't indulge too much in unnecessary expenses.
Do not indulge too much. Do not.
And how you do that?
I think I'm average. I think if we actually look at it, maybe 2 years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago, I was pretty bad. But I think I've actually improved. So you find I actually get stuff that I need, and then just a little bit of what I don't need but I want. And I think that's improvement for me. I'm not perfect, because sometimes I actually get tempted to get stuff that I don't need.
Don't indulge in too much unnecessary expenses. Well, I think I have. When it comes to groceries, I think I've become better. Like when it comes to groceries, guys, I used to just buy anything. I used to buy a lot of takeout. I used to buy ready to microwave or bake food and whatever. But now, like, I've started buying the core ingredients, and that is less expensive. So yeah, I think I've been getting better. And the fourth one is save 1/3 of your income and save the money whenever you get the opportunity to do so.
I think 1/3 is a lot. I agree with the aspect of saving as much as you can. And 1/3 is a good deal, but it depends on how much you're earning. Sometimes 1/3 is just not enough. You're left with 10%
not realistic
extra.
Especially for a student, perhaps.
Yeah, when you're racing your
for now, thanks Mikey, but not now. Not now, okay? But I started doing this thing, maybe if you guys can try it, where you actually make a debit order to your savings. So every month, literally, they just take maybe 200 Rand or 500 Rand out of your bank account and just save to your savings. I think that could help you. It kind of did until I stopped it, because I'll take out the money and put it back in.
Anyway.
Yeah. So start an emergency fund. This is really important. I haven't done that, but I really would love to do that.
What is an emergency
So fund? This is when, like, you create an account, or you have a piggy bank where you keep putting money in case of emergencies.
So what's the difference between the 3rd savings account and an emergency account?
Emergency, that means when you need money ASAP, you have someone to take out and it won't interrupt with your savings, or won't interrupt with the
Noted. I actually don't have that, so I want to
that would be really great. And then the 6th one is have a credit history that doesn't do damage to any future loans that you may have to take or mortgage.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. I was you at the hospital. Okay, we don't have to talk about that. But I don't think that could actually damage your loan history. Could it? Possibly. If you don't pay it off. Okay, so you need to pay
Not being
your
paying,
balance.
but it's just annoying. Like every time people talk about these, you're awesome. I'm just like,
why is your glass bigger than mine?
Because I owe those. Because you owe the hospital. Wow, I feel like if you owe, you should be having this one. You know, save on money.
yeah. Anyway,
Hectic.
Yeah. So, and then also, like, one thing I really like about this is actually pertaining to Monash students or people that are going to university. Please, if you are going to university, please take these orientation weeks very seriously, because this point actually reminded me of during orientation we were talking about savings and doing debit orders and actually creating credit accounts. I don't know if you were there, and she was saying be careful because
I think I bunked it. I bunked it.
Yeah, don't be like her. Is there another one? Yeah.
So they were talking about how you should be careful of the loans that you take and these, Fushini accounts, Edgar's accounts, and whatever. You need to be very careful about those ones. Your credit history is very important. Your credit score is very important. When you're looking for, when you want to buy a car, when you want to buy a house, they'll look at your credit score, and it's very important. And then the 7th one is, she said on that note, select your loans carefully. I think we just touched that.
True, low key. I think just to add on to how you select your loans, I think if you have the intention of creating more income from a loan, then you can take a bigger risk on the loan. So if you're planning on covering another debt with the loan, that can be a problem because you're creating problem after problem. So make sure that whatever loan you're taking, it's for you to create more income, or in some way it's connected to you getting more money.
Yeah.
So that you don't end up in a whole lot of debt, and then
you don't get a debt to cover a debt. So
and then another debt to cover that debt, and then.
Don't do that.
Better die with one. Oh, no, die with none.
Okay. Clear your debts, guys.
Yeah.
If you can.
And then
Hope you
pay
can.
off your debt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay off your debt.
Pay off the hospital bill.
Yeah, and an understanding of taxes.
Taxes.
I really don't have a lot of insight on that. I just know everything I buy is taxed.
Is tax and VAT the same thing? I think so.
Yeah.
Or is it like two different
VAT
things?
is literally
Value added
tax. Yeah.
Okay, so we know something, guys.
Yeah.
Like I actually know that there's some people when they start getting a steady income, they actually get external contracts, like they sub-hire tax people so that they actually do the tax. Because if you do fall back on tax, for example, if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to use Miss Chindiya's model on how to basically manage your funds, I think it's actually important that you get a taxpayer. When you cannot afford to get the third income or 3% savings, it's important that you actually get a tax person who does all your tax. Like you get an accountant and so forth. So it helps you stay on track so that you don't have your business shut down.
I can't contribute much to this because I really don't know much about taxes. I think because I'm not a taxpayer yet. Yeah, so but yeah, it's very important to pay for your tax. Yeah, and get a good accountant.
They'll cover your tax, guys.
And then yes, get an understanding of taxes. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Yeah.
Understand tax.
We're gonna get to it. Yeah. And then protect your wealth.
What is wealth protection?
I think protecting your wealth, this is when you don't enter into contracts you don't understand. Because some contracts will you give up your everything.
I know one person actually, it's a very personal story, but if you're watching, I'm so sorry. I won't say your name. I know a relative that was quite wealthy at some point, and then they engaged in a contractual agreement where they said their friend, if he's not able to pay for their debt, they would pay, and he lost the house. Yeah.
Oh, my friend's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So you need to really protect your wealth, and protect it.
I think the other thing on that note, to protect your wealth, I think it relates to the security side as well.
Yeah.
So be very careful with your passwords, everything. Be like super careful.
protective.
OTPs, whatever. Make sure you don't take your cards everywhere. If you've got 4 bank cards, guys, if you only need one to work with for wherever you're going,
Go
just
with
take the
one.
one and leave the others. So security is actually a huge thing. And just don't share your personal stuff with everybody.
With anyone.
Keep it personal, keep it private.
Yeah. And then
protect your retirement in advance. Prepare for your retirement in advance. For me, this means a lot because I'm a 23-year-old and already I am not necessarily preparing for my retirement, but I'm planning on writing a book that will give me $1 million. And I'm planning on obviously getting to a point where I have passive income and all these things. I think that's my way of preparing for the future, because I don't think I want a 9-to-5 the rest of my life. And then another way I'm doing that, well, I haven't thought about retiring yet because I don't have a job, but yeah.
I think for me, I think I get a bit confused with this aspect, like preparing for retirement, because I feel like sometimes people, if you're working, right? Preparing for your retirement is taking away money and putting it aside while you still work, so that when you stop working, blah blah blah.
You have savings.
But when you're an entrepreneur and you're working for yourself and you have to run that business, I feel like retirement means putting savings away, because it's your business, it's your money.
Yeah.
But now the challenge with that for me is I feel like I want to continue to reinvest. I want to reinvest that money. I feel like I'm not ready to put aside money for retirement.
We're both
Reinvest, yeah. I think we're both ready. We haven't even
I
gone
look
to
young, right?
kinda. Yeah.
So
I look young, girl. Yeah.
So and then she says, and more than anything, try to remember that wealth is not measured by money in your bank account, but the peace of mind it affords you as you travel this beautiful journey called life. I think it's very important to have a financial advisor who understands that. So for me, I think Mikey really did a good job with this, and I like the conclusion. It's just a gentle reminder that no matter also how much you save, no matter how much you spend, you will never really be happy if you're not happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys.
Yes.